Alright everyone, we're going to replace the VVT actuators on my 2011 Buick with the 2.4 Ecotec in it. I got a camshaft solenoid code as well as an intermittent O2 sensor code that I've been dealing with as well, and it's been having kind of like a rough startup, and then every now and then I'd just lose power while driving, so hoping this fixes it. I bought this kit on Amazon, comes with the intake and exhaust, a camshaft and crankshaft sensor. My code reader actually can't even read the code because it says it's manufacturer specific, so hoping these two solenoids as well as the camshaft sensor will fix it up and show you where it's at. So here's the engine. Take off your oil fill cap and then it just pops off. Put that to the side. And then here are the two actuators held in by 10mm bolts. It looks like the gray one is on the intake side and the black one, the connector color, is on the exhaust side. Cool, so loosen those up and pop them out. I wanted to show how I disconnected these connectors. They're kind of on there pretty tight to where I couldn't exactly remove it. So what I did is I got this little pin here and put it underneath, and I pulled up the tab and it allowed it to pop up. So what I'm doing is putting my pick here underneath the tab to pull it back to make it easy to come out. I got the first one out after I took out the two 10mm bolts. Make sure the area down there is clean so no junk gets in the engine. And then I used a pair of pliers to grab the metal part of the body and twist and pull up. It was in there pretty good because the seal is kind of old, but since we're replacing it, I went ahead and used these pliers. And then when you take it out, you want to make sure, check it. Looks like I got a piece of metal there. Actually, I think that's an acorn, funny enough, from me not cleaning well enough. So make sure none of that gets in the engine, and then check for any sort of metal debris or metal shavings, and it looks pretty clean. Here's the new one. Make sure that O-ring is lubricated with engine oil, and then when you pull the old one out, make sure it came with the O-ring and it didn't get stuck inside. Alright, I pulled out the exhaust side one, and I'm seeing there's some crud there. Kind of hoping this is what led to my problem. Alright, and the new solenoids are installed. Took maybe 5-10 minutes, plus recording this video. And make sure you have your oil cap on, so that way nothing gets in there. So I'll go ahead and start it up and we'll see what happens. Runs pretty good. And then hopefully driving around, that check engine light will turn off. Alright, now we're going to do the camshaft position sensor. It is underneath your high pressure fuel pump. It is that 10mm bolt right there, and that connector, the black piece. Try to zoom in for you. That one right there. And it looks like this. So we'll snake in a 10mm, disconnect it from the connector, and redo it. I got my old sensor out, and it wasn't that easy to get to, so I'll show you what I had to do. You do have to feel around for it. Here is the connector down here. I found it easier to leave the connector in before taking the sensor out. You take your 10mm wrench and you will come in from the back. It's a little hard with one hand. Come in from the back and then loosen it that way, and you have to do it by feel. You can put a mirror down here or use your phone camera to try and see it a little easier, but I've had to loosen it, I had to put my wrench back here. The fuel line is in the way of getting a socket on it, and it's also in the way of getting it from the front. So getting it from the back is how you're gonna have to do it. Alright, I got the new sensor in. It did drop a little bit of oil, so I'll clean that up. But it runs pretty good, and then hopefully driving it around a bit, make the code clear. I hope this video helped out.